Okay, so today is December the 29th. We're here in Algonquin Park. I've got a little sled with some camping gear on the back, and we're gonna do 2 nights. We're near Pauldy's Lake, so I thought I'd bring you along for the ride. Cooking steak tonight. Bit of a rush to get to the campsite because we're probably about another hour and a bit, and then I still got to set the tent up, find some firewood. But hope you enjoy this little New Year's camping trip. So we've just popped onto Pauldy's Lake. Come on, get in there. And we're gonna go look for a campsite. Awesome. Yeah, this is a pretty sweet little lake, and I think it's pretty shallow. Anyways, we've got this campsite right here, which is this guy right there, which is there, or we've got that campsite, which is just between that little gap there, which looks like it. I mean, they're probably both facing north, which is shitty, but that one might have a better view of the sunset, so I'll probably go over there. Oh man, absolutely stunning out here today. In the forest it's kind of like boring because you're just sort of going up and down hills, and it's tough on the skis. You come out on the lake and it's just flat. It's like canoeing, but so we'll try to find a campsite over here somewhere. What a nice day. And I think we're gonna get some snow on, so no snow tomorrow, and then snow on Monday when we're leaving, so it could be interesting trying to get out of here. Anyways. Okay, so just to give you a little tour, that's where the sun's setting, so I just sort of camped up on that point that was being bathed in the sun. I cleared away some snow here for a bench to sit by a fire, and then I've flattened out this little area to put the tent up. And then just getting some wood right now. Probably gonna want a lot of wood because it takes it's a long night. There's not much to do, so you might as well sit by the fire. And then I've cut a hole in the ice. Turns out the ice is, I don't know, maybe 8-10 inches thick. But yeah, just incredible view. I thought it was thinner, but it was rained on last night, so it's kind of like there's a layer of water and slush on the top. But look at this, eh? Good stuff, good stuff. So I gotta go find a dead tree. There's a winner. Look at this guy right. All right, I'll show you my sweet cooler. Sun is going down right now. And I got a couple brewskis chilling in the lake. A silver bullet and the old Pilsner. Dinner is New York strip loin, and then mashed potatoes with broccoli and onions, and of course a Coors Heavy. That's good stuff. Okay, this is day 2. Just cooking breakfast. I didn't bring a watch, so I don't actually know what time it is, but it's probably like 9 or 10. Just got the bacon going. I brought eggs, but it was like -18 last night. But surprisingly, you can feel the yolk shaking around, but next time I don't think I'll bring eggs. This was my Christmas present to myself. It was a 4-season tent, which was pretty nice. Wasn't too cold last night. I had a thick sleeping bag. Yeah, just gonna have some breakfast. Success! The eggs did not freeze, even though they were sitting up in a tree at minus God knows what. Anyways. Breakfast is served. I like my eggs fried in bacon fat, thank you. And then put it on the fire and nice and warm. Does the body good. So that was the other camp, the actual proper campsite on that little point. But I'm pretty happy I didn't camp there because it's just deep, deep snow. And this is the top portion of that lake. And I think the cross-country ski trail goes like all the way around and then back down that way. I don't know if I'm going to be doing that because it's just easier to go on the lakes. But here is a nice piece of birch tree, which a beaver has been having his way with. So most of the work's done here. And this will be helpful because there's no birch bark around my camp. And it's hard to start fires without the birch bark. Anyways, I'll chop this up and take it home because I'm running out of wood. Okay, so it's day 2. I've sort of woken up and gotten things done. It is pretty cold. It's probably still like -15 or 12. So I've been spending a lot of time finding firewood, and so I've got a little bit of wood for later split and some kindling. Just warming up the ski boots and my toes. Gonna go for a little adventure, a short one because it's windy. As you can see, all the snow is moving across pretty quickly. So once again, we are right behind that little campsite there on the other side, just across this lake, which is probably like a kilometer, not even like 500 meters. There's like a little bay there, and there's a cabin, and I'm gonna go just check that out and see what it's like, then come back, and then probably build the fire up nice and big and have some lunch. But yeah, tent's holding up pretty good. Yeah, not much more to say. But so far so good. It's a little nippy, but you have to keep the fire going, and usually that keeps you happy. Toes are warming up. Can't seem to find this cabin. Found an outhouse though that was derelict.
Let me show you. Derelict!
You can see some moose tracks. I'm just on this portage from Polly Lake to Linda Lake. They're a couple, at least a day old, because they got quite a bit of snow in them. But he was going that way, so Anyways, it doesn't look like it was a very big moose. Just enjoying the setting. Snow softly falling. Campsite's back over there. Just having a little tea. Can't underestimate like how good it is to have like hot beverages, like all the time. Anyways, just post it up. It's about 2 o'clock right now. That's another thing. I should have brought a watch. My phone had a bit of battery left in it, but like when it's like this, you don't really know when the sun's gonna go down, because it just like this is, you know, as light as it's gonna get. Anyways, lots of time left. No. Guess not. Well, I could probably push it over though. Oh, fuck it. Too lazy, too tired. Okay, so I'll give you a quick little tour of the camp now that we've got some time. So you can see the family toboggan that I used to drag all the gear in on. Pretty light, but the only problem is that when you go through all the puddles, it just like all the water freezes to it and it gets super heavy. This is my bench with some boughs for keep your feet dry, fireplace, tent, and then just down there, right there is the water hole, which like freezed over about 2 inches last night. And this is all the firewood we've got for tonight. So that's a piece of birch and a bunch of white cedar. Hopefully keep it burning as long as possible. And then we'll have some breakfast and get out of here tomorrow for the last day of the month. Yeah. Happy New Year's, everybody. Alrighty. So we'll try to get the fire going without matches using this knife. This is the Light My Fire Mora knife in the back of it. It's got a ferrocerium rod, so you can make sparks with it. So I've got a piece of birch bark here. Just gonna it's a bit snowy underneath. I should probably do this on top of a stick, but we'll see if we can get away with it. So we're just gonna scrape up the bark and then put it against the bark and then just really firmly there we go. Keep burning, keep burning. Oh no! Alright, I need to get another piece close by. Preparation. It's all about preparation. Okay, keep going, keep going, keep going. In the winter, it's always like way hard. Everything's just so cold and damp all the time. It needs more heat to get going. Okay, we'll pick that up. And then we'll... right as we get to the fire, it goes out. I'm running out of battery, but you get the idea. Last night was a bit chilly. We will not be cold tonight. Cheers. You're a disgrace to Pilsner.
You can just throw move, man. Straight up. She didn't finish it.
Got a good little log fire going here. This would have been way better last night. It's actually quite a bit warmer tonight, but I feel super comfortable sitting right here. Just hoping that none of the sparks deposit on the old brand new tent. Anyways, pretty toasty right now. Feeling pretty toasty right now. Okay, tonight's feast is pork tenderloin with the leftover potatoes, broccoli, and onions from last night because I packed way too much food. Let's see how this turns out. Ugh, this is good. So good. Okay, just make a little coffee here. So, just got a bit of coffee here. I'm gonna brew it in the pot and then strain it into the cup. The eggs did freeze eventually. That's a frozen egg right there. Okay, get started with these beans. Oh, this one goes that way. Used to this way. Can I do it this way? No. I'm a righty. They made it a lefty. That's not good. I do not have the dexterity for this. Probably have to do some sharpening later, but that's quick. Okay, so warming the beans up on the fire. Boil some water. Oh, that's probably enough. For breakfast, classing it up with a little bit of porridge, maple and brown sugar. Go with my fork. Here we go. Okay. So, breakfast of beans and oatmeal. I have to drink a lot of water today. It's gonna be heavy. But beans and Marty sauce. Marty sauce. Alright, those definitely needed more water. We'll give those a shot. So far. It's good though. It's a lot of food, but you like crush calories. Like last night I like woke up and I was just like, you know, I had a huge dinner and then I was like still fucking hungry after I went to bed. Anyway, see you on the trail. It's nice, like maybe a ½ inch of powder. And it's overcast, but it's actually kind of, I don't know, it's sort of nice. Like a pinkish hue, or a purplish sort of hue. This was a cool spot. You can just see my tent. This is a cool spot. It's like these lakes are way too small and spread apart to be like regularly used for like people that want to go canoeing, because you'd rather be canoeing than walking. But it's a nice little. I would never have come here unless it was I was winter camping, you know. But had a pretty good time. It's hard to go far too in the woods in winter because like it's just up and down hills. One cool thing about camping in the winter is the snow on the ground. So you not only do you know where you've been, so you can see all my tracks coming in and out and going down there, cross country skiing and walking. But there's also all the animal tracks out here, so you can get an idea which animals, even though you're not seeing them, are in the area. So you can kind of say, oh, maybe I'll look out for a rabbit or a pine marten or a moose. So I'll just show you some of the animals that are out here. So right here we've got a rabbit track, a snowshoe hare. So he puts his front two paws down and then his back feet go before it. And then he jumps off those feet, lands with his front feet again, focus. Lands with his front feet again, then back feet in front. Sun's trying to come out. It's time to leave. Just packed a bunch of snow on top of where the fire was. Got the sled set up. Put the foam sleeping pad on the outside to stop the sticks from scraping up the valuable stuff on the inside. And then the bag's packed. And we just gotta jump on the skis. It's nice when there's a bit of snow in the tree. Feels quieter. So the portage is just up on the left. It's gonna get very excruciating pretty soon. Little bridge with a river there. So I think these tracks are either a fox or a pine marten. I think they're a pine marten because they're pretty close together. And a pine marten's just like a big weasel with red fur, and likes to live up in the trees and hunt birds and hare. Some cute little rodent tracks. Oh, look at this. So this is a pine marten track, I think, of a kill. So there's like, it's basically like a ski track, but you can see that the paw marks are like sort of spaced out as he's sort of jumping along. He's probably dragging a rabbit somewhere down there. Yeah, these are fresh too. There's not a bunch of snow in it. Just fire the snowshoes on, and we'll go see if we can find evidence. Well, I couldn't help but keep following this guy. So this track's going up towards this river, and he's taking me to a lovely little river. Who wouldn't want to live here? The only question is, where is he? Going across this little thing, and then it stops. It just ends here. Well, anyways, beautiful setting. Look at this, eh? So, because it ends here, I'm actually thinking this might have been an otter, because there's no kill anywhere or blood, but they walk along their bellies, and it ends here. Like literally, his tracks stop there. There's nothing over there. There's nothing around. So he would have just dove in. I wonder if there's a slide somewhere. Alright, most of the hard work's done. This is the entrance to the north end of Canispe Lake. So we'll just scoot down this hill and then rip across the lake, and then try to find the car and go home. Back to the big smoke. Ah, so much easier. Just flat ground. Whee! Look at this lake! How sick is this? Woo! Ah, this is gorgeous. Let's just have a quick pan around. Okay, so we just came from there. My car is somewhere over there. And then this lake goes around a corner. But what a day. Got some Earl Grey tea here. Thermoses are awesome. Just taking shelter out of the wind. The sun's that way, the car's that way. And then we just came from down there. It's much breezier on the lake. So stopping for a bit of tea. And then away we'll go. I also bought a little Polish snack. A little kielbasa sausage. Knife isn't cutting so good after I went through that can. Put some effort in later. I love meat snacks, especially on this kind of trip. Meat snacks. You're always hungry. It's great. And you're allowed to eat as much as you want. So the first night I was out, as I was going to sleep, I heard a whole bunch of popping and cracking in the trees and in the lake. I'm like, is the lake thin? I think what happened was they had a whole bunch of freezing rain. Or rain. It was like 6 degrees. 6 degrees. And then it went down to like minus 15, minus 18, and windy. And all that ice in the trees and on the lake was expanding and just popping against one another. Okay, a quick work of that. Food. 2 minutes and 50 seconds of me eating kielbasa sausage. This is entertainment. This has got an Emmy written all over it. The good burgers of YouTube. I privy too much entertainment. We're just going straight at that little point and then around to the right a bit. You can see how the hillside at the back of there goes down. The car park sort of right over there. So we go there, and then into the woods. And hopefully the car's gonna be there. Back in the parking lot. Made it alive.
And this is funny here. This was
right.
his life plan, apparently. He said, this is talking
Back
about
on the road to the Big Smoke.
Education I needed to survive.
Fun trip. You see my hair is in a sweaty knot,
Start in the middle,
but I would definitely do that again.
I got news for you. That white one didn't help out too much either.
No, in the middle. Email us at crimeandsports@gmail.com. You can follow us Facebook, Facebook.com/crime and sports. Jimmy, you want to give them your Twitter handle?
At Wisman Sucks.
Obviously with rankings and all that stuff. And so please, thank you. We really appreciate that, and we appreciate all the ones we've gotten so far. But enough of that.